You know, one thing we desperately need in this House district is jobs. We've got to have jobs. That's where it all starts, is with economic development. And I think most of you that know me or have known me for a while knows that I have spent a lot of time in economic development. We were fortunate enough in Rainsville that we created probably 600 or 700 jobs with RTI and solar heavy duty, and also with Mayfields. At that period of time, we had a really good industrial board, and it's going to go, everything I'm going to talk to you about tonight is going to go back to exactly what I talked to you about when me and Howard Mitchell went to Washington. It's going to be cooperation. It's going to be working together so as a unit. So whatever's good for Rainsville is good for Fyffe. Whatever's good for Fort Payne is good for everybody on the mountain. That's why it takes teamwork, like we had when we did the sewer plant, and like we had when we did the property for the industrial property, and like we did when we did RTI. You know, Howard was in office then as mayor. He had written us a letter asking RTI to come to town, and it took a whole scope of people to do that project. But man, look what it's benefited the town today. I'll never forget the day we had groundbreaking. Our band was there, the local band was there, and they were playing. And I said at that time, they will be kids that's playing in the band today that we'll see working in this plant tomorrow. I go up there now, I still go up there doing work in my job, and sure enough, some of those same kids that was playing in that band is working in that plant. You know, I can tell you the very reason I got involved in economic development to start with was a selfish reason. And most of you that has got kids knows this reason. I got 2 kids of my own. And I thought when I was on the city council in Rainsville, if we could promote industry and promote jobs, I might have an opportunity for them to stay at home. That was what it was all about. Call it selfish if you want to, but that's exactly what motivated me. And I've done that for a long time, and we've been involved in a lot of projects. And we got one that we've kind of helped, sometimes we help behind the scenes. We got one in Fort Payne that's going to be announced the 23rd. It's going to be a big asset to this whole county. You know, one thing that I'm very proud of, and Raymond here tonight, and he was on that board, but we were endorsed by the Farmers Federation. Raymond, I appreciate y'all's confidence in me and the endorsement from the Farmers Federation. And the thing I guess that means the most to me by being endorsed by the Farmers Federation is simply the fact that this district is probably, I guess at this time, is the #1 agricultural district in the state of Alabama. We've got to take care of the farmers. You know, there's a lot of things that's going on in Montgomery about taxing the farmer or taxing their property that we don't need to happen. And, you know, Barry's a good example of that. He's got a farm with the cattle. You know, he don't want to have to pay the same type of property taxes as they pay in the heart of Montgomery. That's not right. You know, that's one things we got to protect. I grew up working in and around farms. You know, I know exactly what it takes. I did the scooping the chicken stuff before all you guys through the chicken houses now. It's got the loaders that gets it. We had posts everywhere, so we couldn't do that back in. You know, I've hauled hay, we worked on the farm. I know what that's about. We need to make sure we take care of our family farm. And there's a lot of things that's unaware to some people, and I know Raymond's aware of it because he's right in the middle of it. You know, but you got people like Peter that's got so much money that they're trying to spend on, you know, saying that what we do with our poultry houses is not right. Well, you know, they don't live where I live. You know, they may eat the food, but they talk about how we do it. You know, I don't understand that. And I can assure you right now that I will fight for the family farm in Montgomery without question. The other thing that I want to mention tonight, too, is education. You know, my whole family, my wife, my 2 sons, and one of my daughter-in-laws work in education. There's nobody that's going to be in this race that's going to be for education no more than what I am. It's just not going to be, it's not going to happen. You know, it saddens me the fact, we talk about economic development, and I spend a lot of time on that, but it's kind of sad to the fact, because of our school system ranks 48th in the country and sometimes 49th, that some of the better jobs won't come to Alabama. You know, you think I'm just saying that, you need to talk to some of those folks in Huntsville. It happens. Because of our poor rating in education, that we lose opportunities for economic development. That's the truth. You know, when our school system in the state of Alabama, on an average of every 3 years, is in proration, something's not right. You know, I know we're in an economic downturn. Everybody understands that. But if we weren't 48th or 49th, we wouldn't be talking about laying off 3,000 teachers neither. You know, that's a problem. we've got a problem in education. It's not the priority that it needs to be. We know that. You know, I don't understand why we rank 48th or 49th in education, but our junior college system ranks 15th. And that doesn't make any sense. And I'm glad our junior college system ranks 15th, but let's get our K through 12 up to par where it needs to be. That's the thing we need to work on. And I promise you that I'll be a voice for the schools in Montgomery.